So, Dark Fate. What are the numbers, Al? You know the numbers, right?
It was 29 million opening weekend, and just a little over 100 million for the global take,
I think that's brilliant.
which
That's beautiful.
which is insanely low.
And it's so vindicating, and it's so absolutely. I'm so thrilled with it. I hope it hurts. I hope it hurts those involved in making this piece of crap, because it's so wonderful to see. Because remember, Tim Miller's trying to say, everybody who doesn't like that trailer is just because they're sexist. I mean, that's basically what he came out and said. I mean, he's ridiculous. And so they tried their best with this to ram open our mouths and shove their agenda down our throats. And the reason people were interested in this one, though, was because this one was going to pull out the last trump card they had, which was to bring back Linda Hamilton.
Mhm.
You know, Schwarzenegger had come back already, and but let's bring back Linda Hamilton. This is it. This is really going to be the one to reboot the franchise and bring us back to where they did. But Hollywood showed their hand in this. Hollywood, they no more subterfuge. Hollywood was very bold with this movie, and they showed in this movie what they want to do with all of these franchises and what they've been trying to do subtly with all of these franchises. They want to completely eliminate everything that we've loved about these franchises. They want to completely eliminate that, because that's toxic masculinity. It's gendered, it's heteronormative, it's blah 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 blah, whatever the bull crap that spews out of their mouth they want to call it. They want to do away with that, and they literally do that in Dark Fate. I mean, when you have the intro there and they kill Connor, I mean, they completely undo. They say, screw the first and second movies. Just we don't care about those movies. We're going to completely nullify them. They no longer mean anything to us. We're going to completely make them mean nothing right in the beginning of the movie. And then boom, now this is the new Sarah Connor, and this is the new Terminator that we want you to care about. This gender nondescript, fits our agenda, and this young woman who's, nicely into our intersectional feminism. She's got a bunch of points with that and everything going on in here. And it's stupid. It's ridiculous. If they wanted to make the cast or the characters diverse or whatever, tell it in a good story that honors what originally came.
Mhm.
I don't know what that could even be, because the story was so neatly wrapped up, as you said, Al, after part 2. I mean, that was it.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
it's the perfect 2-film franchise.
Yeah, exactly.
It was one of the better time travel concepts done. It just would have been so easy. I mean, from a creative standpoint, to leave it alone,
Mm-hmm.
but they couldn't help themselves.
Yeah,
because because Terminator means money.
yeah.
Except for this film.
And Age of Boomer brought it up. Yeah, good point. Thank you for the $2 super chat there. Yeah, John Connor, they made him the villain in Genesis. Yeah, they've already tried this, but what they did, they blatantly undid it. Like they carefully wrote it into the story. How can we undo those films so they don't matter anymore? That's what, and Al can just close his ears for a second, but that is what Disney has been trying to do to Star Wars ever since The Force Awakens. That is what this film, Episode 9, everybody talks about. Oh, this is going to be the one to turn it around. No, it's not. Listen to what they've been saying about it. They've been saying this is our way of closing out the Star Wars saga. They want you to forget about these stupid characters that you keep clinging to, and this ridiculous Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and all that nonsense you keep clinging to, because they've got stories to tell you about feminist androids and Rey and all this subverting your expectations and blah 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 blah. That's what they want to do. And Rian Johnson tried to do that with killing off these characters. J.J. Abrams began that effect there. But Terminator, this Dark Fate film, literally does what Hollywood's been wanting to do with all of these franchises, which just completely does away with everything you care about. This is what Endgame is doing. Kevin Feige and his new woke agenda. This is what he's been doing. He wanted to do away with all of these classic all of these foundations of the universe so that he can bring you Miss Marvel and A-Force and all this nonsense that he's building up right now around himself. This is Hollywood's true intent. It's right here. And I don't think, you would think logically they could have learned something from this, because they did away with the subterfuge, and here's what we're doing, folks, and it failed. It bombed royally. You would think they'd learn from that, but they're not. What they're going to learn from that is, we have to go back and do it. Keep doing it undercover. That's what we need to do. And unfortunately, too many stooges out there are just going to say, oh, it's not that bad. At least it's hidden. And they're going to keep on going and paying for it like idiots. When they should be just turning away from it completely. I see some people in the chat saying that, yeah, Edward says he's got Fathom Events, who needs Hollywood anymore. And that's a good point. I mean, I haven't gone to see a movie in the theaters. I wanted to see Addams Family to give it a chance because that looked good. But Fathom Events is a great thing too, where they show classic movies, do showings of them in the theaters, or they'll do films that don't have wide releases or whatever. There's one I'm going to in December. It's about St. Faustina, but that's a different kind of film. But yeah, they'll do older films too and classic movies and stuff. So yeah, you just need to turn your back on Hollywood and the movie industry, because they're just not going to give you anything quality right now. They're so hell bent on this agenda, and this tells them they can't be bold about it anymore. But they're going to continue to try and do it under the table, and they're going to see how much you'll still let them do it. And the sad thing is, many people are still going to let them do it. But the thing, before Tim Miller got all kind of full of himself, when he was still full of himself, rather, before the sales and the numbers started to come in, he was saying what makes his Terminator movie so great is because what's been missing from all of them, except for his, that he brought back Sarah Connor. And he talked about how, it really was always about her from the beginning, and it was, but he clearly has no understanding of how it was, because his movie just said, hey, you and all your story and everything you care about, let's put that in the trash, and you can just sort of be a kind of an Obi-Wan-ish kind of character to somebody else.
Yeah, but they took her raison d'etre, reason for existing, out by killing her son.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good point. Electric Barbarella for $2. Very good point. They hate it because Terminator is about motherhood. Exactly. Sarah Connor can't be a mother. This is so true. And you guys think this is how they think. I remember being in my my master's program for my literature class, my master's program for my English degree, and we were reading some stories. We were reading Johnny Mnemonic, and it was Neuromancer and all that kind of stuff. It was a neat little genre class. And the women in that class were so upset because I forgot who the girl is in Neuromancer. She's also in Johnny Mnemonic, what her character's name is. But eventually in the lore, she becomes a mother. And they're like, really? You have to make her a mother? I mean, we can't have like a woman who's not a mother and be a hero. Like, I'm sorry. Did she do what her body was genetically disposed to do? Did she do that amazing thing that a woman's body can do? Oh, that's a problem for you. Screw it. Shut up. I hate this crap. This is the mythological stories. There's nothing more powerful and profound than that mother figure. And you want to take a heroine figure to the summit. I mean, not all of them have to be mothers, no, but what the hell are you complaining about? It was just ridiculous. But you said it when your earlier comment. There's nowhere they can go from here. All of their trump cards have been played. They've brought back all the characters. It's kind of like Star Wars. You brought back anybody might have had curiosity to see, and now they're trying to pull all the chips on Lando, which is cool. Lando's cool, don't get me wrong, but no, Lando's not going to save it after you pissed all over Luke, Leia, and Han. So they've brought back everybody you possibly would have wanted to see. Who are they going to do that in the next one? Robert Patrick, or that's his name, right? Who did the Terminator 2? Yeah.
The T-1000.
Yeah, they look for them to do something like that. They will try and pull something like that. It'll be ridiculous. But they can't. I mean, there's no other Terminator movie they can make now. Now, they'll try. They will try because they think, hey, it's got brand recognition. Yeah, recognize how much it sucks now, and no one's been able to do it right.